Hello everybody and welcome back. This is my channel and this is Django 1911. We're gonna be taking a short break from reviewing knives and go ahead with our firearm reviews. This here is a Norinco Chinese. It looks like a 1911. It is actually a 1911 design, but it's in 9mm. Norinco from China is kind of like when it came out, it was like a black sheep. Like for the longest time, a 1911 lookalike has offered competition to other 1911 producers. These Chinese Norincos, chamber clear and through and through. These Chinese Norincos, what they lack in finish or the coating on the steel and the steel itself, they make up for its function and overall gun handling. I mean, it's just a firearm, although not entirely 100% reliable and hiccup free. Norincos have been known to be, just passable and giving decent performance. This particular sample, like I said, would be a double stack 9mm 1911. It's got your bull barrel and a full-length guide rod. The thing with full-length guide rods is it's kind of hard to take out the spring because you need to have that paper clip thingy here. I would not be doing that, but I would be taking it down, not until the spring. So this 9mm 1911, see that? That's, you can see that it's exported by Norinco. This particular sample is a workhorse. I believe the first thing you would notice is, where are the grips? The grips on this one, it doesn't have any grips. See this? This is just foam. That's just this is where you put the screw, the grip screw. So this doesn't have any grip. It's just that small piece of neoprene foam. And if you can tell, this is soft because that's already it in the magwell. Plus the very obvious sandpapers all around. Here at the top, here at the front for serrations at the back, very effective, but serrations at the front for press checks, very useful. And like I said, this is a workhorse. It won't win any beauty pageants, but it will shoot and shoot if you have the ammo for it. I haven't shot much Norincos, to be honest, but if you can check their quality and how they would fare compared to our locally made, the Danao models that we have in Cebu, I would say that the Norinco would be better. But, never underestimate our gun makers there in Danao. If you give them the good materials, if you give them the proper time, I mean, they are artisans at their field. They have been making guns in their backyard since they probably have been, no, since they probably knew how to handle a machine tool. And there's lots of them there. Now, those Danao guys cannot compare to a Norinco quality because the metal that they use here is, because the metal that they use here, Chinese steel, is already passable. If you can check or hear how it sounds, it's like, or a very, hear this. Hear that? That's a very, I don't know if it's solid, but a very thud sounding steel. It's like, that's just metal on metal. So let's try and take this down and see what's in the inside. Sorry. There you go. That's your Norinco 1911 in 9mm double stack magazine. Field strip. It's not that hard going up till here, but to take out that spring to get into the barrel is kind of tricky. Not really hard. You just need that tool so that you can do that. I'm kind of not prepared. My tool is on the other room, and I do that in a second review of my 1911 just to check function, and you can see how it can be taken down with a simple tool, the L-bent tool. But as is, that would be a field strip 1911 style, although this being in a 9mm and double stack, which would carry, I believe this would be 15 rounds plus one. If you check the metallurgy, all the machining inside done into this pistol, it's clean, you know, it's definite. The machining inside here, except for that machine marks there, it's a cleanly machined piece of metal. Although it could be better on other models, especially the branded ones, these Norincos are already good. With regard to a regular standard of a firearm. This would already be considered a nicely executed machining. If you can check the metal, it has been, sanded off to reveal the metal, and you can see that there's imperfections on it. There's spitting, there's spits on the metal, there's like spacing. Well, that's Chinese metal for you. You can't expect a high-end, high-grade metal with immaculate metallurgy for its price. But this one, it's passable. I mean, it's already something that you can say that, hey, it's not as bad. Putting it back together, do the reverse. Screw in. And this here, this part here, it's a little bit protruding, so that returning that one is not that easy. So it's lined, put that in there, and then here, push it so that it can go in. There you go. Not that easy with the gloves. That's the second time, sorry. That's the third time. That black things, these black things, they're the ones inside the magwell, and it's just fraying, so not good. But as you can see, it's back to its original self. Now let's see the trigger. The trigger on this Norinco is not that good. It's kind of heavy. I don't have a trigger gauge, but it is not light. Although there is a very small travel in the trigger, because that trigger is it's a preferred trigger, this one, the Half Moon, I think. 1911s, that's a preferred trigger because it has a very small action. Just hit the wall and then just go follow through. Reset. Got this. So, fire off a shot. Reset. There it is. Boom. Very short. Let's do it again. Fire off a shot. Reset. Look at just a very slight there. Boom. It's very short, but if you can feel it, because I can, it is not that light. I mean, you can send this to a gunsmith and then just lighten the trigger a little bit. If I can make a guess, this trigger would be around 6 pounds. Just a guess. I'm not an expert on how these triggers go, but yep. It's not as light as compared to the 1911 that I have. It's not bad. I mean, I would like to have a video where you see me shooting this one, but well, we'll see. What else? Let's just weigh it. So, Norinco 1911 9mm double stacked. How heavy are you? That's 2.91 pounds, 1,323 grams, 1.323 kilograms, and 46.6 ounces. Well, that's just about the weight of that's just about the typical weight of a 1911, plus or minus 5 grams, you know, with the lightening holes and everything. That's usually how a 1911 would weigh. It's a messy thing with the grips. And one gripe about this gun is this, what do you call this? I forgot. This. Oh man, brain freeze. But this guy, when I shoot it, let's say I shoot it like this, one hand, just for safety off. There's some positions where I cannot hit this. Come on. You press it, brain freeze, brain lock. I can't. There's some positions wherein you hold the gun and you cannot pull the trigger because this one is not properly depressed. So if anything, maybe it's just something that you need to learn as you shoot, but preferably I would want to have this, you know, the bigger one, the modified, so it's thicker, so that you just a small amount of depression, you can already depress it, and you can, you know, have a high purchase on the gun. Yeah, that will be the only gripe that I have, but overall this gun is a workhorse. It is something that it is something that would just shoot and shoot up until you have no bullets to shoot. I mean, nothing on the barrel, reloads, everything, you can shoot everything. And it's just good to have this kind of firearm just so that you can practice shooting without the without the expense of their very fancy handgun. And there you have it, folks. This would be a quick tabletop review, just the basic functions of the Norinco 1911 in 9mm double stack. Hopefully you see me shooting this in another video, a very short one. And you can judge for yourself if it's worth your time to, to invest in such a firearm. Well, this firearm is not mine, so it's just something that I get to look at and hold and make a video of, so that you guys can also see it. And there you go. As always, I will be seeing you guys the next time.